Deadgum silly that I can't get this to work. And now I have, for some reason, I'm getting FPS in the corner. What is going on? My computer's just doing whatever the freak it wants to do. No, I didn't say for that to come on. I may get to play the game eventually. Okay. Why is it putting... No. See if that fixed it. No. Why am I getting... Where is this coming from? I'm working on it here. FPS. Yes, I don't want FPS monitor. For some reason that stupid crap. In fact, I'm going to turn Overwolf off. Alright, let's see if the game is choppy or what.
Felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Nah, it looks smooth now. Okay. Let me make sure everything's the way I want it. Jeez, I don't know what's going on. We're streaming. Restart.
Felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now, we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Now, here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
La 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 la.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Yep, this man. Excuse me. It's the Coke, man. I don't know if I'd get another chance to get this. That's interesting.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Yeah, I think he might know the truth. I don't know. So I better get back in here. Who knows this?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
I have a feeling that's where I'm gonna be tonight. Let's get back to the story here. What was it? Oh, hitting E? Oh, right there.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh,
Oh, these
what a
two.
storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Yeah, he's trying to get the story out of me. This guy's full of crap.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head... Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant, Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. It was clearing up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me. About everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
I'm gonna make
We
it
had
there.
parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
I'm sure I'll be there.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
I'm wondering if she took my ability to... They're saying she took something.
Man. So tired.
And I'm wondering if she took my ability to write and is using it for her lover, Thomas Zane, who's dead. I don't know. It's something weird like that.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt it.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Yeah. That's exactly what I think's going down. I can get in there. Nice Xbox. Night springs everywhere.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from the old near witch.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
It's my storm. I'm taking it.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
We're on a comeback tour, baby! Hammer's Way will have its say! Rise up in their name!
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Pay the piper!
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled, adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch.
We were on the road, man! You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal name! Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
Yeah, look at this bullcrap.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of
What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Yeah. Nice one, that's true.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
This doctor's full of crap, man. He's...
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry.
Seriously! Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I'm famous. I represent a celebrity. They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it. It'll be hardball all the way. Seriously, man, I'm willing to forget the whole thing if you let me out now. Just let me out! Hey, you think I can't hear you out there? I hear you just fine. What, is this how you get your kicks, Hartman? I knew you were weird. You got that weird guy look. If you're one of those nurses, I'll double what he's paying you, okay? Do you have any idea how much I make as an agent of a best-selling writer? A lot. Is a personal check good?
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going. These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out. Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning, even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
I gotta get out of here. Which one did I come through? Jeez. I don't have a freaking flashlight. This is not cool. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this crap. Holy crap. Oh, freak.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Oh, the thing upstairs. Ever. Turn it on one more time and then go. Oops, missed. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Ow. Oh, this isn't good. Holy crap, holy crap. Oh man, they're gonna freaking make me go that way. I don't have a light. Oh, I have a flare.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, Suitable subjects were few and far in between.
This is gonna break through the door a bit. It's coming, man. Oh, I didn't get out of the way in time. Jeez. Oh, crap. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me right now? I am freaking screwed. Oh, I'm dead. I didn't handle that well at all. I'm not sure what I was supposed to do. Not gonna get hit this time, I'll tell you that much. Maybe I need to break this door. That's what I do. Come get me, sucker. I didn't do a good job. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I know what to do now anyway. Let it hit me, knock me through the door. We'll try that. Light, there's Barry. Come on, you piece of crap. Oh, shoot. Good grief.
Ow! I'm here!
You gotta see that dude. His thermos over here.
Hey, come on! We gotta get going!
Just look around here for a sec.
Al! I'm over here!
I only had some friggin' flashlight.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there!
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Crap. Well, this is good. Can you get around it? my god, the gate. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Hey, come on! We gotta get going! I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there!
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Fuel house. Okay, how do I get out of here? Do I have to go through the maze? Where's the start? Oh shoot, right there. Let's go away.
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
Great, not enough pressure. Oh, bull crap. I hear something behind me! What the freak?
Ah!
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Okay, that's gonna be weird.
Al, be careful! I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
I know they're coming for me. I hear them. Oh, big boy. Let's go this way so we got a little room. I gotta get got the big boy down. It's not enough to go through a maze, you know. Gonna have evil, dark creatures trying to kill you. Excuse me. Don't you tell me. Okay, good. At least something came of this.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Shoot. So this is not the right way. Did I miss something? Maybe there was. Go left. Let's try that. Seems like right is right, but I think I did that and it was a dead end, right? Okay. Don't trust Emil. Yeah, well, I knew that. That's where we came in. Okay, so left was the correct direction. Hold on. Sorry, folks. Come on. Lay down. This is where I just came from. This was the way I came in, so there's no... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought that was a flare gun. A flare. So left was not it. I missed something. Oh, I probably could be using the yellow thing. I haven't been doing that. Or not. Well, I came over here already. I know, god dang it. Shoot. We're right near the beginning.
Channel, we'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad.
That does not sound good. Does not sound good at all.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3
Oh shit, it was right on me! I want that freaking flare gun. Not doing a good job. God dang it.
Move the channel. We'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad.
Try this again. I'm gonna get to that flare gun.
2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening, and then life seems to be lost. That way we don't have any trouble.
I moved up too early. This is tough with nothing but a goddamn light. It's not even doing anything. I'm gonna have to just go around and get that freaking flare gun. Period.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening.
Got flares. Forgot about that.
Like things to be yours. That way we don't have any trouble.
When I get past it, I want to shoot the flare. Oh, I got them all. Oh, no, I did not. Need more ammo, man. Nice.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Oh, thank you. Now, give me some friggin' ammo.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Uh-oh. Barry sounds like he isn't long for this world. Emil made Tom do it. Hey, look at that over there. Heck yes. Crap, I hear. Desperate. We get desperate. Possibly on birds.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Work that nose right off his face eventually. God dog it. I don't think it's gonna give me anything else.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Hurry up.
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Alright, I'll find it, don't worry about it!
You need to find it, god dog it. Sooner, better.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Crap! I'm getting the crap beat out of me. Run, 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 run! Okay, I'm gonna have to get the freaking flare gun out.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Let's try and pick off some of these. Freak!
Just hang on, Al! Oh, hey, found a corner!
Okay, there's more.
I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig.
Twig.
Here it is! Al, I found the key!
I have to... Dang it.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
There's like the manuscript.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Well, I heard him, god dang it. Dang it. Why does he keep losing his freaking gun?
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
This is not gonna be good for him. I don't even have my flashlight. I hate when they take my
Al,
flashlight.
there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? find your way around to the farm now. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
God dang crazy. He's carrying the cutout. Freaking psycho. What's this over here? Ah, crap. Holy crap. I think I need to go back the way I just came to see if I missed something. Oh, freaking A. Dude, I don't know if there's anything over here. It ain't worth trying to get to. Oh. I'm going for it. Yeah, this is bull crap. There's nothing here. Oh my god, look at all that crap. Turn it on, you freaking jack. Here it comes. Oh, this is the way I'm supposed to be going. Darn it. Don't want to go that way yet. Crap. Are you kidding me?
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Uh-oh. That Walter's the radio guy, I think. Alright. Let's hit this one more time and then get out of here. This game's determined not to give me a lighter gun right now.
crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Crap. There you go.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Why can't I take the lantern?
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Are you kidding me? Oh, I got a flashlight at least. No batteries. Yeah. Trust no one in the dark. So, I'm about to go down here where the bad guys are. I have no batteries for my flashlight. I have no guns. I guess it's time to just run. Yep. I mean, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh well, at least I didn't have to wait long for the nightmare to begin. Generator. I ain't got no way to stop them. Okay, where do I gotta go? Light. Oh, I know. Nothing. Make sure. They're just gonna have me running from light to light, I guess. Oh, freak. God dang it.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
It's a stronger. Yes, give it to me. Is that it? No gun? flashlight. Oh, there's a freaking flare. No. Oh, that's the flashlight. Shoot. It's like, well, I'm getting the ammo for a flare gun I don't have, but I guess not. Alright, let's go. 6 batteries.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Yeah. If you're still alive, buddy. She's a person. Yeah, alright, let's go. Let's get to... Wait a minute. What the heck?
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Yeah. Bear traps is out, yep. Alright, let's get going. Oh, freaking lightning's... Do not step in a bear trap. It does not work out when you do not have a gun, for dang sure. I feel like I can look for stuff right now, which sucks, but we're almost there. Maybe I can go up here. Oh, F it. I ain't got time for that.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Okay, let's go get that manuscript.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
It's wise to look around here. I ducked right in the right time. I might have to like ignore some of these. Didn't I just see a generator up here? Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. Shells. Crap. I'm gonna have to just run for it, man. Yeah, F disc noise. I can't run. I'm free. I can't believe to waste a flare that close. I was about to get chopped up. Alright. I definitely probably missed some secrets. Just didn't have enough stuff. Well, it's letting me go without. Seems to be just bear traps and crap, really, so. Oh, it's starting. Forget this.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
I can see batteries and I can hear doors. Oh, a door. I heard a door.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Push. God dang it, what the? Oh, brother.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
I'm gonna look around for a minute. Oh, he's out. Or dead.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Look around downstairs.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Danny has left the building.
The front door was locked.
I guess that was me. There's a window right here, though.
I could climb out through the broken window.
So make sure I didn't miss anything before we go. Alright, here we go.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
That is, that's not the farm. Alright, I'm getting out of here.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Go up to this thing. Oh, wait a minute. Saw that. Pointed to that cabin. Oh, here we go. Try to get my back against something. Oh, it stopped. Flashbangs. Batteries. 7 shells. I'm gonna have more. The hunting rifle.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Oops. Now see, I thought coming up here was going out of my way. But not, oh crap. What the heck? Go ahead and get rid of you. Do a little work on you. Here comes the big boy. See, now it's saying go that way. I'm gonna go back down the hill and see what happens if I turn to the right. It will be left this time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, right here. See, it's not saying go this way. Is that the farm right there? No, I think I need to go that way. And it's gonna bring me out that road over there. Don't want to miss anything. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, what? I mean, this is the road I was on, isn't it? I guess not. All right. I figured this rock was the thing. Oh, well, why not just walk in? I couldn't get the car through there, but losing my mind. In fact, thinking car's braking, smoking. Take the truck over here. Maybe put it in a position where I can get out quick. This is not good. Is he gonna come at me? Little sorry piece of crap. God dog it. Like 4th of July rockets? Okay. Oh, it was the festival.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
What the freak?
Here we go! Barry Wheeler to the rescue!
A heavy-duty lantern.
Oh, damn it! Goddamn turn-of-the-century wiring! Hang on out! I'll get them working again, I promise!
Oh, saw that freaking big sucker. Efforts die already. I'm dead. Shoot
I'm
that
so
was cool.
glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Alright.
Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out!
Got no time for this.
Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of... This place is stopped! Al, hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
The freak, freak the No, you freaking...
Yes! Here we go! Barry Wheeler to the rescue! No! Damn it! Goddamn turn-of-the-century wiring! Hang on out! I'll get them working again, I promise! I can't hit him. No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
What the freak? Alright. I'm dead.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
I don't really understand this.
Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
that guy's moving in.
Hey, Al, did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stopped! Al, hold on!
I said
I'll try to
drop
get the
it.
stage lights on!
Well, I'm taking too much of a beating. Why did it never drop the... I pressed 3 times.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Bronson.
Place is stopped! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on! Oh.
Oh, crap!
Yes! Here we go! Very good to the rescue!
God dang, who... Oh, crap. I'm freaking going.
Stay in the light! No, no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Shoot, I didn't see those before.
Please don't let me die! This is pretty much how I always wanted to go out! Rock and roll! Woo!
Tell me I dropped that.
Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it!
This guy is not...
There! Back in the game! Yes!
God almighty, this is nuts. Piece of crap.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
I guess just hold up, bro. Gotta take the shotgun now. Oh, look at that. There's another flashbang. That was freaking nutso, man.
see, bestseller. No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Gotta get up there, obviously. There we go.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
What's this over here? I can't get to that. Oh, yes, I can. Hold on. About missed this.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one stuck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Let's just make sure, check the other side. Alright. Oh, did I just fall into that? Very deep well.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
These generators, I hope. Like their coffee. TV over there, I see. Okay, it's the batteries I didn't need. Nope,
Sleep.
We all spend
Oh, Night Springs. Man,
somewhere
brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig? Your
dreams
first
and
real
ways
writing
forcing
job. What got you
themselves into
started?
waking life,
Oh, is this one of your
vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
They're artists.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Well, we hit that. Let's go over here. There we go.
Oh, good going, Al.
What did that say? Oh, crap. Gotta get down. I can't. Crap. Oh, give me a break. Oh, it's one of those fast ones.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Until I get rid of this idiot. Oh crap! He's got up on me. God dang, this little freaking. Crap. Man, I just barely got away from that dude. Shoot. Got this. Okay, it's alright. Ah, freaking truck. Freak did Barry go? Dang it, Barry. This gotta be it. Checkpoint. There he is. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna have to stop it right here. Unfortunately. Thanks for watching.